Oh my goodness. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. And welcome back to more Apollo Justice Trilogy. Oh no! Where's your sub? Oh, Pitch Town. Oh no! There went your sub! Damn. Can't believe it. How are you doing, darling? Oh, before anything else. Oh my goodness. Hi, Robin. Hello, hello. Before I forget, oh my goodness. It's back now. Well, go! Oh my god, 7-stream watch streak. Damn. Thank you, Pagetown. Welcome back. Hi, hello, Robin. Hello, Pagetown. I hope you all doing. Even dare notify me what was gone. How dare Twitch. Damn. Twitch moment, really. I keep trying to say something and I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say. Right. Happy Art Fight, everybody. I hope everyone who's participating in Art Fight right now is doing great, and I hope you drink a nice cold sip drink for this hot weather. Oh my goodness. Pagetown, thank you so much for the 15 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see you two are having to draw Rocky from fucking I was giggling. I saw you had an account. Yeah! I decided to join Art Fight this year because all my friends were like, hey, you're doing Art Fight, right? And I'm like, I didn't plan to, but I'm here now. Yeah, I am doing Art Fight this year. I'm probably not going to do super duper many attacks. I will try to revenge people though. But I hope to get at least like 2 or 3 attacks done, if not more. We will see. I just added another character to my roster just a couple of minutes ago, which is so exciting because it's a more humanoid picture rather than, you know, Nove. Just my little guy. I have a folder of 45 rock OCs from Project Hail Mary, and I want to sort through them. What I'm currently wanting to do. Oh, hell yeah. I actually just drew, like, basically Rocky from Hail Mary for a revenge art piece. I loved it so very, very much. You know that meme where it's like, all the protagonists, your favorite character, it's like, all the protagonists, and then they, like, push them all away, and it's just some gremlin. I did that, but with the Rock. It was great. Oh my goodness. But yeah! Have those OCs in the screen so you can give height comparison photos, so I'm just guessing. Well, hopefully it turns out amazing. I'll have to snoop into your Art Fight attacks and see it once it's done, because I love that you just have like different fucking like measurements next to them as well. A 3 foot 5 inch rock is terrifying, by the way. I didn't realize how tall these people were supposed to be. But yes, today is probably going to be hopefully a shorter stream. That's actually part of the reason why I'm streaming a little earlier, is because unexpected things came up. But we'll see. We shall see. What did we last left off on? We did examinations. We did some looking through of examinations. No. Investigations. There we go. We did some investigating at the Space Center, the Cosmos Space Center. We met some very interesting folk, including Yuri Cosmos and Aura Blackwell, which I think is fascinating, who is the older sister, I think, of Simon, who does not like the the systems of law, which, you know what, considering this game series, I don't entirely blame her. We also ran into Fulbright, who was acting a tad odd, mainly because of his growing worries over Simon, which there seems to be a weird connection between not only Simon to the Space Center via his sister and a alleged phantom 7 years ago, which aligns with the 7-year ago launch, the Hat 1 project, but it seems that there is something going on with Athena as well that I'm like, I smell a stunt, you know? So Athena appears to have some connection to the place as well, as Aura refers to her as Her Highness, or like princess, which is very confusing. Also, she is very overly friendly with like the robots of the place, especially the psychological one. There's that like psychological detector robot that also has the same face as Widget. So I'm connecting something. I don't know if I'm connecting shit, but I'm connecting the brain cells. Had to Google Gray site to also pull up a height comparison chart to get visuals better. Oh my god, you just have fucking, I love just like so many Rocco C's and then fucking Ryan Gosling in the corner for height comparisons. Oh my god. Alright, I think that was it though. I think that's all the yapping I need to do. All my yaps. So, without further ado, let's get this game going. Game. We're gaming! I'm tempted to put Rylan in the middle of the circle for shits and giggles during the animation. It's, you know what the animation is? It's Rylan in the middle and then all of those rocks just rotating around him. Orbiting, Ryland. The Cosmic Turnabout, Day 2. Alright. Let's begin. Hopefully this, trial won't be super duper long. We shall see. I'm probably gonna cut off stream around, like, a little over 2 hours. Because of Lystown and other things that are going on. December 20th, 10:15 a.m., District Court Courtroom number 5. Oh, we're going straight into it. Oh my god, I was half right, that was the other thing that happened. Hello? Oh, that's yes. Right. Okay, a lot of shit happened. I also forgot, at the end of the last investigation, Apollo decided to leave us. So we do not have an Apollo, so we are now playing as Phoenix. So I guess we are back here, and it looks like the judge is still terrified after the... I'm guessing after the bombing. I mean, if I had to be in a bombing scenario, that would be awful.
I suppose, we should, reconvene the trial of, Solomon Starbuck or something.
Objection!
Your Honor, could you please come out from under your bench? No more bombs. I promise.
Oh, yes, my apologies. It's a little jumpy when it comes to trials involving bombs. I mean, first the courtroom exploded. And then Mr. Toenail self-destructed.
How much of this guy are we gonna see? Oh my god. I guess that's one way to describe, that's one way of describing what happened to Toenail.
Anyway. It seems that Mr. Justice was seriously wounded by Mr. Toenail's actions. So you, Mr. Wright, will be taking up the defense? Do you have an understanding of what has happened in the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor. The defense is ready. Okay. I should...
Very well, is the prosecution also ready?
I feel like we need to quickly go through this stuff. Autopsy, stabbing, discovered in the 3rd floor lounge. Building. We got the Space Center diagram. We have the knife, which is part of a utility kit. The launch pad door lock. Only prints of Director Cosmos, Starbuck, and Terran were authorized. The equipped with backup power. Print recognition attempts are recorded via security camera. Starbucks prints were found on the scanner screen after the incident. Right. And then the important thing is that knob right next to the scanner is turned up right now, which if we look in here, we can see it was turned sideways. Which I think has something to do with the rotating thing, as you can see, like the number 2 in the background. Oxygen tank. Victim's tank was ruptured with 0. The defendant had 80. Space Center pamphlet. A full replica of the Hat 1 and important items related to the space exploration and the Hat 1 expedition are on display. Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. We got the control room door lock. The door locked to the east. It can only be operated by the director. Backup power lets it function even when the power goes out. We found a bullet for a .10 caliber handgun, which was found in the gutter in the south wall. We found a bullet hole in the boarding lounge window. The hub capsule contains asteroid samples returned from the 7-year mission. And then Aura's statement. The perp held up a lighter with an Earth emblem on it in the left hand and a knife in their right. So we gotta remember that this person is right-handed. That is important. Okay. Hi, buddy.
I take it you'd like me to give the opening statement this time?
Looks like the judge has become a pretty good mind reader. Well, he certainly has seen more than his fair share of colorful prosecutors. That's one way to put it, yeah. You could say he's something of a veteran of sorts.
Let's see. In the previous part of this trial, we learned that the victim, Clay Terran, escaped from the Launchpad 1 carrying the defendant, Solomon Starbuck. There was an explosion on the second floor of the Space Center and on the rocket itself. As the 2 astronauts used...
Oh, sorry. Oh, goodness, I had to yawn there for a moment. Oh my goodness. You know, maybe it's because I didn't get any sleep last night, Janine. Oh my god. It's okay if I just drink all the caffeine in the world. I'll just wake up.
The 2 astronauts used the Launchpad 1 corridor to reach the boarding lounge. And? How could the victim climb down the ladder if he was carrying the defendant? That was the mystery that needed to be solved. But Mr. Justice proved that the victim was killed in the boarding lounge. Prosecutor Blackwell, were you able to discover any new facts related to this point? Upon further investigation, we discovered an oxygen tank fragment in the lounge. Surprisingly, it would appear that Justice Storno's argument was correct.
Oh my goodness, would you look at that? Anyway. So that means the testimonies of the first 2 people on the scene are suspect. There were 2 people who claimed to be the first ones on the scene. One of them who's now dead, and the other one who I think is going to go up for cross-examination today. So can we truly trust their statements? Let's see. The 2 people were Detective Candace Arm and Yuri Cosmos, right? You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police?
Well, it's certainly possible. Might as well do a little bit more dinging.
I have a feeling it's going to be Yuri, because we also heard from Aura, that Yuri is a liar, like a very big liar. So I have a feeling we're gonna have some big revelations today. And just as our team was about to cross-examine Detective Arm, the courtroom bombing incident occurred. The trial was put on hold.
That accursed fellow killed my witness, killed Detective Arm.
Definitely put the kibosh on anyone asking her what she saw.
Exactly. In other words, the question of who killed the victim in the boarding lounge has once again become the main focus of this trial.
It's obvious Prosecutor Blackwell still thinks it was Mr. Starbuck. Albright said that Blackwell has a thing against the astronaut. Nevertheless... The defense argues that there was a third person in the lounge, and that's who killed the victim.
Objection!
To make such reckless claims in a court takes a bold man, or stupid one. There was no third person in the boarding lounge. Or have you gone doty already? Old man.
Objection!
Old man? Old man? Old man? Wait, how old is fucking Blackwell? Oh, he's like 28. Whoops. Phoenix, aren't you like in your 30s in this timeline? How old is Phoenix in this timeline, actually? Oh shit. Klonko. Yeah. This is one of the oh yeah, this is Aura. 37. Oh, you're like significantly older than Simon. Oh, that's like a 9-year difference. Huh. Damn. You look great, by the way, Aura. Damn, Jesus. Yuri is 62. And then we have the Ponko and Klonko. Candace was the same age, basically the same age as Simon. Oh, Juniper. Alright. Well, we'll see who's the dotard after I trounce you with my years of experience, little boy. In any case, Mr. Starbuck claims he saw someone leaving the lounge. Furthermore, a Space Center employee also saw a suspicious figure at the scene.
They saw a third person?
I see my sister's been running her mouth. That's right, I almost forgot that Aura's Prosecutor Blackwell's sister. No matter, she didn't see this mysterious person's face clearly. Therefore, there's no evidence to indicate that that person was not the defendant. I guess the possibility of that figure was Mr. Starbucks is still there. In brief, we need to determine if a third person was there or not. To this end, we should hear the testimony of one of the first people on the scene. Director Cosmos, huh? Alright. Bring in the Yuri.
Very well. Bailiff, please bring in the witness to the stand.
Witness! Hello, Yuri.
Why, I believe I've seen you before in the newspaper. Of course you have, of course you have. For I am Yuri Cosmos, director of the Cosmos Space Center, which of course was named after me, Yuri Cosmos!
Gallant! Gallant!
Don't you have anything you wish to ask me?
Plenty. Looks like he's all geared up to do some bragging.
7 years ago, I successfully launched the Hat 1 and...
Ooh. Everyone already knows how brilliant you are. Even I'm trying to hold back my tears at seeing such a great man standing before me. So could you please proceed directly to your important testimony?
I see this fine young lad has a proper appreciation of greatness. Then allow me to begin my epilogue testimony that will be recorded in the annals of history.
That speech of Prosecutor Blackwell's just now sounded more to me like he was poking fun at Director Cosmos. Bitch does not understand sarcasm. Love it. It's probably for the best that it sailed right over the director's head. He's too much in his Delulu fantasy to even notice sarcasm being thrown at him. And you know what? Good for you, Yuri.
Now then, Director Cosmos, the condensed version of your illustrious testimony, please.
Oh my god, we're getting real into this. The witness testimony. What I saw at the scene. He saw Starbuck with a gun.
A detective arm and I rushed towards the boarding lounge together. We We went via the control room and peeked in from there to see what was going on inside. We saw a figure standing in the middle of the lounge and Taryn lying on the floor.
Oh god, so they did see Taryn. But they just saw a figure? Okay.
I hate to say it, but I can only imagine the standing figure must have been Starbuck.
Okay, must have been oh shit, I didn't read that. What did that say? Oh shit, go back.
So in your testimony you claim you arrived on the scene after the two had escaped from the launch pad to the lounge. And just after the victim had been killed. Oh, the horrors, the humanity! Well, what I said is what I saw, and what I saw is what I said. Courageous actions to take in the face of such terrifying explosions, wouldn't you say?
Girl, you stood around and did nothing! Empty chair, do a solo!
To save my men, I went personally into the epicenter of danger. Risking my own life for theirs!
Why aren't you dead then? Girl, a man is dead because of you. Well, what do you know? It sounds like the director really cares about his men. Yeah. Although it sounds more like he was scared and just had a peek from far away.
Is the defense ready to cross-examine the witness?
Absolutely. Yes, Your Honor. Dr. Cosmo's testimony is pretty vague. I'm gonna have to press him and draw out more information before I do anything else. Alright. Press what I saw at the scene. Press. Detective Almond, rush to the boarding lounge. Okay, let's just press everything. I don't know if there's anything that we can present quite yet. Where were you coming from?
The 6th floor. We were making sure any stragglers made their way to the 4th floor.
I'm surprised the elevator was still working considering, you know, it fucking exploded.
It was then we heard about Starbuck and Taryn and hurried to the 3rd floor lounge. On my galactic scooter here, of course.
Why do you keep calling it galactic? Does it have something to do with space?
Of course, it's specifically designed to be used on galactic battleships.
I see. So I take it works in 0Gs too. I take it works in 0G too?
Sadly, no. With the current state of technology as it is, I'm afraid it would just float about and be galactically useless.
Oh, that's a galactic bummer.
I see. So you rush to the boarding lounge on your space-age pogo stick.
I'm just imagining Yuri just like jumping around on it on a pogo stick. Boinga, 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 boinga. It's like those space boots, like the moon boots. Oh my god.
And when you got to the scene, what did you see?
What did you see? What did you see? We went to the control room and peeked in there to see what was going on.
Hold it!
Let's see. According to this diagram, you didn't have to go through the control room to get to boarding lounge 1. Looks like you could have gone from there to the southern. You could have gone there from the southern corridor as well. Why didn't you go from the southern corridor?
Yes, but in her haste, Detective Arm rushed ahead of me towards the control room. All I could do was merely follow behind her.
I see.
We peeked into the boarding lounge from the control room door, and we saw a figure standing in the middle of the room, ominously.
Hold it!
He's just standing there, menacingly.
So you couldn't see who the figure was, clearly, or what they were doing.
Sadly, the only thing I could tell was that it was a person standing motionless.
Standing motionless? The defendant, no doubt, staring aghast at his deed. What other explanation is there? Oh, I'm so ruined. My first thought is that... I'm so ruined because my first thought is that if we're like a motionless figure, I think of two things. I either think, one, Blair Witch, or two, it's a corpse. Like, that's why it's not moving. It's because it's just a corpse just being hung there. Or something like that. Uh-huh, okay. So girl was just standing there. Got it. I'm so close! But without evidence, I can't prove that person's third party.
I don't relish in this, and I hate to say it, but I can only imagine the standing figure must have been Starbuck.
Why do you think that?
Hold it!
Laura Blackwell also saw a suspicious figure in the lounge. But she gave the statement that it was too dark to see the person's face clearly. Did you see this figure's face clearly?
No, not clearly.
Why? Why couldn't you see this face clearly?
The light they were holding illuminated the area around their feet at the time.
What? Wait, huh? How does that work? What, they just like had like what? The lighter was just like at their side, so it was just like illuminating the side of them and their like feet and where they were standing? Huh? That's so, what? Off topic, one of the rocks I'm gonna draw is called Footlong Sandwich. I mean, rightfully so, you giggle, because it's a great fucking name. I love when people name animals or like things after food. Like pastrami. I would love to name something pastrami. Because I think that shit is so funny. I want to name my cat BLT. But it does not stand for bacon, lettuce, tomato. It stands for something else. I don't know what it stands for, but it's still BLT. Bartholomew Applegate Toenail. There we go. Nope. Bartholomew Liongate Toenail. There we go. Perfect. BLT.
The light over the hole, but other than that, I could see little else. That's why I could see Taryn, but I couldn't see who the other person was.
That's such bullshit. Oh my god. So, for all you know, it might not have been Mr. Starbuck. Isn't that correct?
I would like to believe that. Starbuck isn't the type of man who is capable of murder. Objection!
When the witness entered the boarding lounge, there was no third person there. Isn't that correct, Great Space Center Director?
Yes, that's right. Only Starbuck and Taryn were there at the time. After we peeked in, the lounge suddenly went dark and the figure vanished.
Oh. But Starbuck was still there? You mean they disappeared? That's odd. These people are great at naming these rocks. Kernel, footlong sandwich, mozzarella stick, concrete. I like Kernel. Kernel's a cute name. I also like mozzarella stick. That's a good one. Concrete. Honestly, all these names are great. Concrete is amazing. That's odd.
Objection! Objection!
The reason the figure appeared to vanish is because it was the defendant. When the witnesses went looking, he fell to the floor and feigned unconsciousness.
Hold it!
Hold on. Dr. Cosmos, did you ever take your eyes off the scene?
Just for a brief instant, about as long as it takes for a shooting star to go by.
If you took your eyes off the scene, then this third person could have escaped during that time. How long did you... but that's such a short amount of time. And where the fuck would you go?
But what escape route could this person have used?
the trash chute. Direction opposite to the control room. Direction opposite to the control room. The southern door to the elevators. There's no security lock on that door, so it would have been possible to escape that way.
Objection!
Objection! All things are possible, right, Dono? The real question is, do you have any proof? Well, no! Come on, Phoenix, pull something out of your ass! I love the sweat, like, animation for Phoenix. It's so distraught. For talking possibilities, we would like each profess whatever we'd like. Inmate who used to be university professor and a lunar researcher used to say that there is a kingdom of little green men who live under the surface of the moon. As long as they don't punish us in the same name of said moon for what we've done to it. But I say, where's your proof that this quaint kingdom... where's your proof that this quaint kingdom exists? It's calling your theory a work of fiction, boss. He's right, I don't have any proof yet. Still. The southern door was a possible escape route. I'd better make a mental note of that. Director Cosmos, may I ask you a question?
Yes,
Why did you look away from the boarding lounge?
Ahaha! There's actually another tale of bravery behind the answer for that. It was when Detective Arms saw the figure and raised her gun. She shot him 17 times. Being a great humanitarian and protector of humankind, I tried to stop her.
What? You're saying Detective Arm raised her gun to shoot as soon as she saw the figure?
I imagine her instincts as a detective told her they were the killer.
I don't know about that. Yeah. You were able to prevent Detective Arm from firing her gun?
I'm afraid I was too late. I was unable to stop her. She identified herself clearly, and then... she fired 2 warning shots at the shadowy figure. This information about Detective Arm's actions sounds critically important. Please add it to your testimony.
Oh, we have a new testimony. Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots at the figure. Okay, this means we probably have to press something here. Or not press, present something here. What do we have? Security camera footage, oxygen tank, space center, the bullet hole. So this must have been... I guess, ooh, we never found a second bullet hole. Where's the other one? Yeah, I would say where's the second bullet hole?
Objection!
Are you sure you were really paying attention to what Detective Arm was doing?
You doubt my words? Words that will someday be written down in the history book.
Oh my god, he's revving up the segue. Everybody run! Somehow I don't think that those exact words will ever be written down in any history books. Oh shit. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. I dropped something. Ah! Everything's in shambles! I'm melting! Sorry about that.
Mr. Wright, could you please explain yourself so that we can all understand?
You say the Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots, and yet only 1 bullet hole was ever found at the scene.
What?
Only 1 bullet hole means the gun was only fired once. There's a second explosion. Yet Detective Cosmos is saying Detective Arm fired 2 shots. No editor would allow such a glaring contradiction into a history book.
Objection!
Uh-oh. Unfortunately for you, the witness's words are true. Oh? We confirm that 2 shots were fired from Detective Arm's gun.
Objection!
But there was only 1 bullet hole at the scene. Where did the other bullet hole vanish to? Ah! Oh god. You should know the answer to that already. I should. During the previous trial, a certain oxygen tank was presented as evidence. We've already discussed that it was ruptured in the lounge, have we not? Well, it appears that the timing, that thing that ruptured it was a bullet. A bullet that was found near the tank, to be precise. This bullet was fired from a .38 caliber gun, the same caliber as the detective's gun. What? The victim's oxygen tank was struck by a bullet. Great. The rifling marks also match up. There's no question that the bullet was fired from Detective Arm's gun. Bullet from Detective Arm's gun has been added, which is different from the other bullet we have. So we know it's not Arm's gun that fired the the .10 millimeter, because this is a .38 caliber. Okay.
Rifling marks. Look at gun's fingerprints on a bullet, correct?
Age is getting to him.
And examining the rifling marks on a bullet can tell us the gun it was fired from.
One of the bullets Detective fired found its way into the holographic image display. The other bullet came to a stop near the victim's oxygen tank. Evidence confirms the director's statement that the detective fired 2 shots. My beautiful contradiction. Gone. All gone. Oh, buddy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. Okay, no, we are... I think we're good now. Hopefully we're good soon. So that bullet hole was from a .38 caliber, huh?